So it's funny. I'm told that I should figure out the identifying characteristics of my audience. Who are you? I mean, like for instance, if I offered a weight loss program, the one commonality would be that this community would be comprised of people who want to lose weight, right? Or couples counseling made up of paired partners, right? That's easy to connect the dots on. Well, when it comes to embracing cannabis in this cutting edge emotions work, characteristics are really all over the board. I've discovered that this community is made up of people who either have a lot of experience with cannabis, all the way to those who've logged little or no time with the plant. The one enduring common denominator that has emerged is that this community is brimming with adventurers who are open and eager to experiment. For example, our summer 8-week master course had people aged 30, 40, 50, 60, and 70 years old. And there was no correlation between age and experience with cannabis. Our older students were more experienced, while professionals in their 40s and 50s, not so much. But the beautiful thing is that you don't need to know anything about cannabis coming into this fall masterclass. My assignment is to offer guidance and education on this front and let everyone know that the sound safety profile of the judicious use of cannabis is scientifically established. So about those questions, the most pressing and frequently asked is a concern about being dependent on cannabis. As one person put it, I feel dependent sometimes and guilty that I really like to use cannabis to get into an altered state for meditation. I'm trying to accept how positive you are about cannabis. I guess I need to read more and do your meditations more regularly because I've done a few and have really felt changed. Yeah, that's what our active meditations do, with or without cannabis. And for the record, I do believe for many people that when cannabis is included in our emotions work, it can facilitate breakthroughs. And my students over and over again confirm that. But please know, as a clinician, I don't believe that cannabis is a panacea, and it's not for everybody. In fact, there's genomic testing now that can predict how well or even if you can metabolize cannabis. But the good news is that, it's not a life or death matter. The safety profile of cannabis has been thoroughly reported and documented. And the facts bear out that it's not an issue except for a very small slice, about 9% of the population. When addiction rates are compared to substances like alcohol, opioids, cocaine, coffee, cannabis is one of the safest, least toxic substances available, and breaking a habit of it is said to be on par with quitting caffeine. But you don't have to break your habit of it. You can just resensitize yourself or reset yourself. And this is one of the important bonuses that I'm including in order for you to find your optimal cannabis dosage. I'll be walking through with you the renowned protocol of cannabis sensitization. Regardless of whether you're a newbie or experienced with cannabis, I'll personally guide you through this pivotal program developed by eminent cannabinoid expert and my mentor, Dr. Dustin Sulak of Healer. And it will reset your endocannabinoid system. Most people only know how to increase the benefits of cannabis by using more and more and more. You'll learn how to use less cannabis while getting optimal results. So that should take the sting out of any worries you have that you might be dependent and that you need more and more and more. So another point that comes up frequently is that I can't get in touch with my emotions, or I don't feel anything. And one of our commenters put it this way: emotions feel like they want to come up, but still feel stuck, and I'd love more guidance on this. Am I not focusing enough during meditation? Well, first and foremost, don't blame yourself. As long as you're spending time going inward and embracing that intention, you're doing it. But what we do need is to be compassionate and patient with ourselves. We can push too hard, and ironically, trying too hard can impede the flow of emotions through our body. When we're releasing layers of trauma, it's exactly that, layers of trauma. And Eastern yogic wisdom reminds us that energy blocks, trauma, can be buried under layers of behavior and protective responses. And while moving through difficult emotions may be quicker at the start, deeper energy blocks will move through when they're ready and not a moment sooner. So I want to help those who are wrestling with this. Therefore, another bonus I'm introducing may go a long way towards supporting going deeper to be in touch with these elusive layers of emotion. It's called psychedelic cannabis, and it's a cutting-edge approach. It's the judicious use of a blend of high THC strains that lead to a cannabis psychedelic experience. And this bonus is also included in our fall masterclass course. My paramount concern is your growth and healing and well-being. So your safety is a bedrock concern of mine in doing this important healing work where cannabis is central. And I want to be clear that everybody is different, that the form of cannabis, the delivery style, the strain, the dose is highly individual. And so it's not possible to provide a one-answer-fits-all solution. But having said that, you can figure out what's best for you. And within our highly interactive, deep dive masterclass course, 8 weeks long, that's going to show you how to become your own expert, which means that with my guidance, you'll try things that make sense for you on a conservative level for your starting point, and then adjust to what is optimal for you. We always say, start low, go slow, and don't be afraid to go all the way. I'll provide resources and be a guide to answer these concerns, but we're going to do this together, and we're doing this in a supportive and intimate group environment, which is just the best because group dynamics make exploring and experimenting fun and enjoyable. This is for you if you want more emotional resilience. If little things have a huge impact on you and you take them very personally, if you have a lot of old emotional baggage and, despite what you've done, the courses you've taken, the retreats you've attended, the therapy you've had, you continue to have lingering issues and feel stuck. I'll show you how to incorporate cannabis into an in-depth program, a journey of self-discovery that you will use for the rest of your life. Whether you go any further or not, please know that cannabis is an amazingly adaptable plant medicine when used with intention for anyone at any place in their wellness journey. I love this plant. I've been working with cannabis as an alternative healing agent for more than 20 years. And of course, it's been central to my emotional healing work for nearly 6 years since cannabis has become more widely available to us. So if you're interested in joining me, you're going to be right with me being coached through this whole remarkable process. There's a limited number of spots in this course because of the nature of basically how interactive the format is going to be. So you can put your email into the form on this page and I'll let you know when it's starting. So here you go. What you need to know about how to navigate the intentional use of cannabis. You can take it and run with it. And if you want to join me in a deep dive training, if you want to be on my contact list to join me, go ahead, put your email in the form in this page, and I hope to see you soon.